to snack. And of course, I may have a cap that matches my dress.
In addition to shoes, bags, and other decorative items, Naraguta Leather Works has progressed into intricate specialization.
We call this prosthetics. Prosthetics are artificial limbs ranging from legs, hands, and even ear. Yes, and these are unique. They're light. They're weight friendly, cost friendly, and we make them to the complexion of the person using them.
Allah Sabaka, we don't want anybody to have an accident. Even if, for example, you go to Kano, if they measure you, they will give you at least 3 months, even before the legs come. I don't understand me. Here we can do everything within a short time. Within 14 days, we can make you a leg. You can put the legs and start working.
Although manual labor is for detail and perfection of the products, the industry yearns for modern technology to advance.
More especially the equipment we use is all locally. The sewing machine we have is the machine that we sew our dress, but we take it to some of our workers to make some arrangement with it. So if in terms of need, we need an industrial sewing machine. And also, as how you see we are making the shoe, everything is being done manually. Both the cutting of the down, the molding and everything. So we need government support. All these things we need industrial equipment so as to boost the production.
Similarly, with the policy of promoting entrepreneurship and patronizing made in Nigeria products, participants say there are huge opportunities for the training of the unemployed with government partnership.
If the government can provide where the youth will go and sleep and feed them, we are ready to take care of them.
We're calling investors. We've gone a long way and we're about signing an MOU with Bank of Industries to get about 2 billion to assist these young entrepreneurs.
The residue of hair from the hides and skin is not for the dump size. It is any farmer's delight as organic fertilizer to grow agriculture in the area.
Wow, this is really interesting and calls for more partnership to fully develop the skills of these entrepreneurs at a time when Nigeria is diversifying into other sectors. Thanks a lot, Hamza. Still in the spirit of hard work, a self-employed graduate ventured into the world of women. He is now a successful entrepreneur, smiling to the banks in the face of prevailing economic challenges. This is the story of a young man who decided to take his destiny in his own hands. Correspondent Tunji Adepoju tells us more.
It is no longer news that white-collar jobs are reducing and government or paid employment are no more fashionable in these days of economic recession and global downturn in the economy. As a result, youths and employable graduates are now looking inward, depending less on government and finding means of living for themselves by becoming self-employed. Every day, government sector and the private sector are downsizing or reducing their employees. I have a man here who has taken his destiny in his hand. Come along with me and share the experience of Taufik Jimon, 45-year-old father of two, who is based in Osogbo and is self-employed.
The central busy area of Osogbo in Osun State is this man who is found and known for frying buns and puff on a daily basis. It's an example of dignity in labor rather than be looking for white-collar jobs that are not existent and are reducing. Jimo here is making life better for himself and his household by coming here daily and meeting the needs of customers and making life better for himself.
He tells us how he got into the business.
When I was in service, we taught a lot of things in the service about self-employed, what we call public utility. So that when we are going out again, if the government cannot recognize you, or be able to know how to find a way. When I came back from service, just going up and down, going around with my credentials, looking for a job. But I still saying it, one day I just see that I know much about these snacks. Let me try my best. By that time, I started. When I started this thing, many people have said a lot of things. See the way they have been embarrassing me. That is the job of a woman. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I don't even listen to them.
For his customers, they have got accustomed to buying from him, and they cannot do without him, being very proud of his versatility and self-determination.
Once it's fine and it's okay.
Taufik Jimon says venturing into the business also has its ups and downs, because when he got in there, people were mocking him, but same people now are praising him. Taufik Jimon has an example in the older generation. I'm talking about Chief Jimo Braimo, a self-made entrepreneur who started small, just like Taufik Jimon. Chief Braimo shares his experience and tells us how he made it.
Whoever who goes to school should be able to have second job. Second, put his mind on something, to learn something, a trade, apart from his education. After leaving school, he can bounce back on that trade. For example, I only worked for 4 years, from 68 to 72. And since 72, I've been on my own till today.
They will find something to do. They will not rely on government, because you know what is going on in the country now. Please, I want to advise them to go and find something to do.
Yes, there is indeed dignity in labor as long as it puts food on the table and also reduces the high rate of unemployment. Thank you, Tunji. And when we come back, a look into the world of art. Join us again.
You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Welcome back. Have you ever heard of Nkolika? It means recalling is the greatest virtue. This was the theme of the exhibition organized by the National Gallery of Art in collaboration with the School of Art, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Correspondent Oyinaya Kaluoka reports that celebrated works of art that blended with originality, cultural heritage, and creativity were displayed. Creative works of art, indeed, to recall Nigeria's cultural heritage, as the name implies.
Aesthetics, creativity, and excellence were the words to describe the different works of art on display at the exhibition tagged Nkolika, an Igbo word meaning recalling his greatest, featuring works of old and young artists from the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Most of the works of art have won international and national awards.
To look back, celebrate our parentage as professionals, and to be able to look face up to the future with some new enthusiasm.
Depicting happenings in the society, the artworks blend originality, custom, heritage, and creativity. After the Rain by Assam Owo Stephen used plastic bottles to create an impressive piece.
Plastic in the sense that we are really getting ourselves engaged in a very serious problem now. First of all, when plastic was invented, it was a good news. Just like, let me first of all relate it to the title of the work, which is After the Rain. Now, when we expect the rain, we expect it with good hopes. And when the rain comes, what happens after the rain? Does the flood water go back to where it came from? Sometimes human activity leaves the water floating and becomes a menace like the flood. So in the case of plastic, after the invention of plastic, it was a good news. But after the interaction of plastic with human beings, because of human activities, because of the fact that we have not been able to, or we refuse to recycle plastic, it has become a serious menace to the society. So the work in its first message is how to campaign for the recycling of plastic in this country.
Professor Chu Ekwemesi displayed works of the Uli body world painting.
The body wall painting techniques of the village women as a basic element, as a basic tool to take on broader issues, global issues in the arts. So basically the style, the technique is reminiscent.
This one now is, we've seen everything. It's like someone who is in a society, and if you're in a society, it's like a progression. You keep moving from one point to the other. You tend to meet people, and when you meet people and you work together as a team, so that portrays the culture.
I chose to work on pipe, knowing for the reason that the major source of income in this country runs through the pipe. How discussion can be going on so that things will get better in the country.
The Director General, National Gallery of Art, Abdullahi Muku, who was impressed by the artworks, said government will continue to encourage the creative industry as it works towards diversifying the economy.
And what we as a government do is to go about marketing and open up the market platform for them to sell their works. We have, as a National Gallery of Art, try to create the appreciation in art across the country. We are a country of about 200 million people, and if sufficient art appreciation is created across the country, we'll have created sufficient market for our teaming artists within the country.
For now, we are a growing country. Very few people in Nigeria today realize the importance of arts and what it can do for the country, apart from just documenting history and documenting a people. Arts can bring in a lot of foreign exchange. So for now, we're trying a lot, and the government too have just realized, are beginning to, with the gradual demise of income from oil and whatever, it has now moved on us. Now there have been more activities lately to promote arts and to let people know that works of arts can create enough foreign exchange for the country. President Muhammadu Buhari is encouraging us to be creative, to look inwards.
Believe in creating wealth through the arts. In other words, in order to help to increase the revenue generation of this country. We've all heard about oil drying up and all that. And the next lifeline for Nigeria will be in the creative industry. The amount of money that's generated in museums alone in UK annually is almost 5 to 10% of the internally generated revenue. We therefore have to bring this down here. I've seen a lot of creativity here. I've spoken to some of the artists here. And in my direct profession as a businessman in arts, because I majored as a sculptor, but I'm now in the business of the art business. So I organize exhibitions all over the world, in New York, in America, in the UK, and all over. And we need to start exporting our works. We need to start getting our artists to begin to earn a living from their works. I can't understand why an artist without the creativity will live in penury, will not be able to live in affluence in his work.
Interestingly, some of the works on display span over 50 years.
And now to sports, precisely golf. For professional golf players worldwide, playing on a golf course with standard facilities and special features is a delight. One of such courses is a Smoking Hill Golf Course and Resort situated in Ilara, Mokin, Ondo State, described by experts as a challenging golf course in the African continent. Correspondent Kainde Lamidi tells us more.
This is Smoking Hills Golf Course sited on over 149 hectares of land. It's situated at Ilaramoki of Ondo State. This golf course is rated by stakeholders as one of the most difficult and most challenging due to the topography. Smoking Hills offers visitors, tourists, and golfers who rise up early in the morning opportunity of these awesome low-hanging clouds in the early hours of the morning, pretty much like smoke over the fascinating surrounding hills, hence the name of the golf course and resort. It is a truly challenging course with world-class features waiting to be tamed by adventurous golfers. It sweeps through the lush pastures and well-manicured layout covering acres of gently rolling hills enveloped by well-lined trees with a promise for an exhilarating golfing experience. To get the details and topography of the course ranked as the most standard, outstanding and challenging by stakeholders, NTA crew joined the founder of the course, Chief Michael Adeojo, on an adventure to the 80 holes golf course and resort. Aside being rated as the world standard golf course in the continent, there are features that makes it outstanding to others. It boasts of a line driving range and a par 3 course for beginners. From the championship tees, the course measures 6,044 meters. It is a par 72 with 2 par 5s on the front line and 2 par 5s on the back line. The signature note is number 7 at par 3, 160 meters from the member's tee over water to an island green. An encounter with Smoking Hills is a breathtaking journey through scenic road, natural ambience, and encounter with a passionate mutual embrace with nature. The golf course, which has 52 bunkers, also has 3 tees off for professionals as well as women and caddies. Another conspicuous feature is 2 conveniences built on the course to afford golfers to answer the call of nature, the little edifices that are not common in other courses in the country.
We use it also to stock food and drinks. You know, if anybody feels like eating something, so we can supply them from here.
Also, these 2 lakes add aesthetic value to the environment, while they also form parts of the challenges of the course. Chief Adeojo said the idea was conceived in the early 90s, while the construction commenced in 1999 and it was completed in 2012. It has played host to many local, national, and international competitions, which have drawn professional players from within and outside the shores of Nigeria to Ondo State. Maintenance of Smoking Hills Golf Course is of international standard, as it boasts of over 50 carts powered by battery, why these imported equipment are used to make it constantly lush green.
It requires very intensive maintenance, golf course, especially big one like we have here.
Every weekend, golfers from within and outside Ondo State trudged the course to have a feel of nature and enjoy the challenging nature of the course.
The only international standard golf course in Nigeria where we can play masters or international competition, that people like Tiger Woods, Justin Day, they can be here to play.
The advantage of smoking is it makes you a better golfer because it hones your skill to an extent that you will be a very precise player. Otherwise, you will not survive playing on smoking hills.
But here the topography here is somewhat difficult. It's technical, unlike other golf courses.
A good golfer that comes around here will doff their cap.
Is built to challenge people.
We have been trying to put all our effort to make sure anybody that comes around us can come back again.
Despite its luxury nature, it is believed that the course needs some improvement in some areas in order to make it more conducive and exciting for tourists and golfers.
Like we are going to have amusement parks, we are going to have a hotel, we are going to have what we call Nigerian villages.
The founder, in addition to the provision of physical structures on the course, promised to have golf academy in Naramoki.
I want to be able to make this place the first golfing university institution in this country.
In this owner, we play par, so we have been playing good golf since when they have told us to be playing on this golf course.
Visitors, players and tourists are treated to local delicacies in this clubhouse. Yes, we all agree with me that it has lived up to its name as the most outstanding and most challenging golf courses in Nigeria, even in Africa.
Many thanks, Kainde. Golf is indeed an exciting sport enjoyed especially by the elite. And on that sporting note, we conclude the Correspondents this week. Thanks a lot for being a part of it, and see you again next week. See you then. Bye.
Our programs are getting better because we are thinking about you.